The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. First carry now for David Montgomery. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give. This is Montgomery. That wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Lance.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the
3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, Ryder, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man, Gronkowski complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Lance going to keep it on the option.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9. Lance. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Now Lance.
Right side complete. That's Woods.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Perriman.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson letting one go deep here for Gronk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Wilson. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Voyagers are able to stretch out their lead.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got Robert Woods. He's at the 30, 10, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Montgomery.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Hubbard is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Point after here coming up. He's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. And that's It's complete to Cooks.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Now Wilson on first down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
Oh, why are we doing this?
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. He's set back into 32. Pete Werner. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. He's got Anderson right side. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, it's Lance. Short throw to Disley. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Lance going to throw. Short throw to Disley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
That one complete to Anderson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now Lance again. That's caught by Montgomery. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. In the field goal department so far, he's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15.
Hey, Charles, you give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Well, this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Man coverage coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And he will take this one in for the Eagle touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
On for the point after, Corey Vedvik.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. We take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent?
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. So the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the 2nd half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. There's Wilson.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a give to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
First down, Voyager.
They go play action with Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that's going to tie things at 20. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Shotgun now for Lance. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And Lance now to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To throw, it's Lance. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. And Lance's throw pulled in by Woods.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Again, it's Lance.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here's Wilson. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch. And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. And down he goes. His 2nd back around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. Third and long. It's Wilson. Looking middle. It's caught by Gronkowski. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Over the middle to Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Now Lance.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Lance. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. It's taken to the 26. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A big play there on the catch and run. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Voyagers add 6 to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Lance now on first down.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it.
This is Smith with the ground. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34.
Throwing now is Lance. Short throw to Disley.
That catch good for only a couple. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. From the 31,
Lance.
and this one complete to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Lance looks to throw again.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So holding everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Houston's offense taking over again.
They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for our visitors, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.